Rodrigo was great too. Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo was unbelievable. But yeah, man, since then, life has been good. Oh, this is very nice. You were robbed at the Grammys. Honestly, I love Leve. I think she's absolutely unbelievable. And we got to meet this girl on the Grammy red carpet. She's the woman that won our category for Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. And first of all, she's a cellist. So we very much connected on that. And she said something that I very much feel about cello playing. She said, hey, you know, whenever I'm playing for classical audiences on the cello, my anxiety level is at an all-time high. Girl, you and me both. I feel that. Because I think in some ways, classical audiences are looking for something very, very specific out of the music making. Yes, passion, all that stuff, but they're looking for perfection, technical perfection. And at least for me, I know it's not something that I can give. I will never be technically perfect on that stage. I won't make wrong notes. I'll flub up a lick. Did it all summer during Kevin's fifth. Did it sometimes during the Christmas tour. But I can give you my heart. And I feel like that's what she focused on. You know, whenever we're performing for people that are not the classical audiences, they're just here for great music. And that I can do. That I'm excited to do. Always. So yeah, it was really great that she won. I was really, really excited for her, especially for her first one. Anyway, that's life. Other than that, family's good. Kaya, my daughter, is a hoot. She is saying literally all of the things. This girl knows every single dinosaur known to man. It's wild. She's not even 3 yet. She'll be like, oh yeah, Daddy, this is a Diplodocus. This is an Ankylosaurus. Dad, you don't know about the Spinosaurus? It's the biggest dinosaur ever. And I'm just like, I don't even know what these words are, mean, never heard of them. I'm not a paleontologist by any means. This girl's a little paleontologist. It is wild to me. She keeps me on my toes. So being home and just connecting with her has been such a blast. Oh my gosh, such a blast. Yeah, man, dinos rule. Thinking for her birthday party, we need to have some sort of big dino that's there. Oh man. All right, I know. This is LMAO. I have no idea what the context here, but we're talking about dinosaurs were intrigued. Yeah, exactly. My daughter talks about dinos and I'm intrigued. Talk to me. What questions y'all have? What y'all want to learn about life? What y'all want to know about music? What you want to know about sports? Super Bowl. Whoa. Now, I know a lot of y'all are Taylor Swift fans, so you know what? Do that. My wife's right there with you. And that is the reason I was voting for the Chiefs. Voting for the Chiefs. You can tell I'm a recent football fan. I was rooting for the Chiefs. And that ending play on Mahomes, sheesh, y'all, that was crazy. But I'm very excited for my Rams this year. I know they've lost a couple of coordinators to the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, a little sad, but I still feel like we're gonna replenish, recharge, to be so much better for next year. So it was great. It's gonna be great. Rams are gonna kill it. Go Rams, all day, every day. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Usher. Yo, did I like the halftime? Yo, that halftime show was on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 plus, 100 to the infinity power. That was unbelievable. Like, every song. I also just when Usher like takes off his shirt and does that that like move all over his body. I'm like, come on, bro. Leave some swagger for the rest of us. Guys, you can tell all that Vegas residency preparation really showed on that stage, man. Every song, I was nostalgic to, like, some of y'all may not know about this, 106 in Park. If you know, you really know. Man, it brought me back watching 106 in Park when my parents told me I couldn't, and I definitely did. Like Alicia Keys, the roller skates. He's just a showman. And his voice was amazing. And this brother singing live and dancing as hard out as he could. Yeah, man. It was fire. Unbelievable fire. Are there flames? I don't care. I'm putting flames on this thing right now. You see this? Man, more flames. Why not? More flames. Because that's how unbelievable it was. Oh gosh. I don't know why I do these on the treadmill. This is foolish of me, but I'm still here. What's my favorite worship song? That's a really good question. You know, my most played song on Spotify Wrapped was actually a worship song. And it is a song called Lord and Christ by Jimmy Cravity. Like, whoa. It's such a meditative song that gets me focused on the reason why I live, the reason I breathe, the reason I make music. That's the one, Lord and Christ by Jimmy Cravity. I'm gonna put it down in the chat with some more flames. Here we go. Ooh, this is tough. Okay, here we go. Now you guys have it in the chat. La música latina te gusta? Me gusta mucho. Me gusta. There's this guy that does regional Mexican music. Oh, el hombre que se llama Peso Pluma. Peso Pluma. Let me tell you right now. Whoa. It's a vibe. I never heard regional Mexican music until maybe like a year ago, and then I saw that, I listened to it. It's a vibe. That's sick. And it's cool that he has so much swagger on stage, but the music is like regional Mexican music. It's so cool. But yeah, and mi gente latino. Yeah, let's go, mi gente latino. No, I took Spanish. Yo fui a Costa Rica por 4 semanas en mi último año de escuela para aprender español, estudiar español. Pero yo olvidé mucho de mi español. Mucho. Entonces, necesito practicar, necesito estudiar más. Yeah, un día, I'll be great at it. So, we'll get there. But yeah, I love Spanish. I hope that my daughter learns either Spanish or Chinese. I mean, whatever language she wants to learn. But yeah. Está muy bien, Kevin. Oh, gracias por todo. Gracias. That means the world. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. What's your favorite time of the day? Ooh. Okay. If I'm fully honest, favorite time of the day, it's like really early morning. I'm talking like Ideal day, I'll tell you my ideal day. I'll wake up at 4:15, get 8 hours of sleep. Me and God for that first 30 to 45 minutes, we're just connected. Listening to worship music, I'm journaling, spending time, just focusing on, like I said, the reason that I live. So that standpoint and that perspective fully translates throughout my whole day. And then what I've been doing recently is 5 to like 6:30, either practicing cello or I'm like recording something or making something musical. 6:30 to 7:15, I'm out doing a couple of runs just up this hill that I live on. And then going outside, I have this kind of backyard view that's just unbelievable. Just you get to see the mountains, and I'll just stand there and just be in awe of the beauty of nature. And then from 7:15 till like 8:30, that's when I'm with Kaya and Lee, where we can just hang out before we take her to school. And then I start my normal day with, other music, emails, and yada yada, blah 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 blah. But I find that when I'm up early in the morning like that, and granted, like I'm at bed by like 8:30, and thankfully the whole family is as well, because Kaya goes to sleep so early, so does my wife. It's just, I don't know, at least for me, I start the day with such like joy, because like, let's just be honest, for me, end of the day, 8:30 to like 11, yeah, I'll be up, but I'm doing nothing productive. I'm doing foolish, doing stupid stuff that it's like, why am I even up? So that's why, kind of like that. Favorite TV show right now? Yo, this is gonna be crazy. I can't believe I'm going to admit this. And if you unfollow me for this, I fully understand. Fully understand. Just want to preface that. So, my wife is the biggest Bachelor fan. I'm not going to say the biggest Bachelor fan, but she's been watching The Bachelor this season with all of her mom friends. So she roped me into it, and now I'm in it. Watching Joey try to pick all these girls. And it's like, on one hand, oh yes, the love, the joy, the romance, all that stuff. And I know they're showing all the beautiful sides of a relationship, or at least of whatever relationship that you can create in like, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks before you like you get engaged. I don't know, whatever. But on the other hand, I'm like, look, that's all cute, that's all romantic. But let's see how you do when you have a dirty diaper in your hand and when your baby's got to poop. Are y'all going to be real partners then? Are y'all going to really connect then? Right? When baby boy pees in your face, are you going to be real partners then? When it's late at night and you got to be up feeding baby, are you guys really partners then? So it's just like, it's that side, like just the real life stuff. Like, how are you guys in the same living spaces? Like, do you make that work? You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that where I go, the Bachelor stuff is so ridiculous. But I'm still watching it. So there's that. Anyway, that's the stuff that goes on through my head when I'm watching. Oh, hi Kendra. Hope you're well. That's the stuff that also goes into my head. I think the same thing about Love is Blind. I don't know if any of y'all watch Love is Blind. That's also my jam. And like, it's a little bit more interesting to me. With like, you have to connect not based off of physicality, but emotional connection. It's a great experiment. Like, they still have to do somewhat real life. So you get to see somewhat how they interact. So like, yeah, that one I really, really like. I haven't started season 6 yet. Don't judge me. I know, I'm just trying to focus on The Bachelor with my wife. And then once that's done, we're in there, everybody. We are in there, right there, doing the thing. This is really hard. How walking and talking like this incline is killing me. Yikes. But we're still here. And honestly, just like focusing on the conversation with you guys is keeping me like kind of focused. I'm learning how to record. Any tips? If you're just starting, YouTube University is great. That's what all of us did. Trial and error, YouTube University. But the thing I like about YouTube University or finding an online course, there was an online course that I actually took for certain production tools, like understanding EQ or compression. If I can find it, I might leave it in the chat. But the nice thing is that you're learning properly from the ground up rather than just trial and error. So that's why I think YouTube University or finding an online course that doesn't have to be expensive. I think the one I took on just EQ, for example, was like $60. For a whole course. That's pretty amazing. I'd say learn properly. Learn properly. And then you know how to break the rules if you do something outside the box and you understand why. Let's think. What's the best thing about being a professional vocalist and thinking about getting a degree in vocal performance? Oh, that's a good question. So my degree was not vocal performance. I think Matt was at Berkeley. Scott was in the professional pop music program. Kirsty was in the musical theater program. So maybe in terms of the studies part of it, they're probably much more well suited to answer that question. But for me, the thing I like about professional singing for myself, I'm not even going to think in terms of the context of the band, because that's my role sometimes is a little bit different. But for the stuff that I do, I love being to express very specific emotions that I know come from the soul of who I am and from an ethos that has been kind of cultivated over a long period of time. Right, thinking about the fact that, my Afro-Caribbean roots, from my boarding school background to all of the weird kind of hobbies that I have, whether it's Chinese or Spanish, I guess, as you guys just found out. I get to put all of those types of things in my music and use my voice to speak about those things. That, whether it's pop music or not, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about reflecting the light that God has given me to reflect. So being able to have that professional tool has been cultivated over time to be able to speak these deep truths within me is a blessing. So that's why I like it more than anything. Cats or dogs, this is about to be harsh. Can't stand cats. Can't stand it. A good dog, that's fine. And I had a dog growing up, 2 of them. But it's just a lot of work to take care of pets, y'all. Especially with the amount that I tour and the amount that I'm gone. It's just not sustainable, at least for my life. And I have a baby. I have a toddler. You know what I mean? Kaya. So, there's enough in taking care of a toddler. Let me tell you. Whoa. So, yeah. Whoa. Okay. 31 minutes on here. I've got another 19 minutes. I may stop after 10 more minutes, y'all. Ooh, I know that you guys have your days and other things and studies and c'est la vie, whatever you guys have to do. Oh man. How is Lee? Lee's great. I'll say she has her husband back on tour, so she's really excited for. Oh, yo, that's a great one. So I've never. Are any of you all into golf? Are any of you golf fans? You all know about the Genesis Invitational that just happened this past weekend? I don't know if you do. But, so I don't really know anything about golf. I think I took one lesson when I was 12, and I was like, this hold with your thumb and everything is so weird for me, I'm done. But I went to the Genesis Invitational with my brother-in-law and father-in-law this past weekend. Yo, I really enjoyed it. It's amazing watching these golfers do what they do and so consistently. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Like, I think my brother's favorite person is like Tom Hovland, who I believe is from Sweden, I want to say. I could be completely wrong. I could have even gotten the name wrong. But that's another sport that I'm really, really kind of, I think it's something that I go, this is what I didn't know. I didn't realize about golf. That's the kind of sport that obviously you can do on vacation, but because you can do it from 8 to 80 years old, this is something that is an opportunity for my kids and I to connect on the golf course if they all learn too. And I guess I never thought about that, didn't realize that, because I've been talking to Lee about it. Is there a sport that I can learn? Maybe pickleball, and all of us in the family can learn, that we can do together, you know, on Sundays, for example, on a day off. What up, Gabe? How you doing, baby? But yeah, like, I just think about that and I go, that'd be such a beautiful way to connect with a golf course with my family. So I just love that. So it's something that I'm now kind of mulling over in my head, y'all. What was your reaction when Matt said he's going to be a dad? Yo, I am nothing. Did y'all get this? Let me try this again. Nothing but proud of this man. One of my closest friends in LA. He has a heart of gold. He exudes joy. All these things I'm saying about him, I'm also saying about his wife. Sarah is unbelievable, everybody. He's going to be an incredible dad. Now, I will say this. I'm telling him now, those first few months are wild. So, if he needs help, best believe Uncle Kevin is going to be hanging out with his nephew, Kevin Salee. We all know that. So, you know, can't wait to hold my nephew, Kevin Salee. Anyway, no, I'm so proud of him. He and his wife deserve it. Oh my gosh. I don't want to be on this anymore. This incline walk it's like 13. The incline is not fun. And I definitely don't want to be here anymore. But y'all confused about Kevin Salee? You know that's what they're gonna name their son. They're gonna name it after their big uncle. Big Uncle KO, what's good? And if he doesn't, I'm gonna be offended. And he doesn't want that. They definitely don't want me to be offended because they didn't name him after me. So I don't even know if it's gonna be a boy. I couldn't even tell you. Maybe it's Kevina Salee. It could be a girl. Who knows? Anyway. Hold on. I'm looking at all these questions. Will you guys come back to the UK on tour? I'm sure we will. Whoa, there we go. I'm sure we'll come back. I'm sure we'll be back on the road sometime soon. When, I'm not exactly sure, because I think we're trying to figure out a new way of touring. Last year, We toured way too long last year. And I say that with love, but it was a very, very long year. And I think it was just hard for us to, we stayed somewhat connected to family, but when you're gone that long as a dad, it's hard. So I think we're trying to figure out a different way of touring that's more sustainable in the new adult pentatonic, which is really exciting. So yes to touring. How often, frequency, how frequently, that's a question to be discussed. Let's see. I guess maybe, but I'd actually love to go back to China and live there for a while. I think that would be a very fun prospect. China's changed so much since I've been there in 2010. And so I'd be curious to go back to Beijing, have my kids come with me. Sorry, I'm saying kids like I have two, just one kid. So Kaya, like Kaya, come and Lee. That'd just be super fun to show them my old stomping grounds. And show them why I love being there so much. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Do I have any new music coming? I'll say this. I'm always working on new music, that's for sure. I'll say this about the new music. I feel like I'm finally making stuff that I've never been so sure that I'm fully expressing the deepest parts of me for real. I think the first two projects I ever put out, the first project I ever put out, which is cool, it debuted #1 on the classical Billboard charts and then classical crossover charts independently. Oh no, I'm sorry, not independently, with RCA. That was a straight cello album. That was me just starting to dip my toes in the water, and I wanted to experiment with other sounds and other skill sets that I had not developed. So after that, I worked on production, I worked on singing, I worked on my own arranging, worked on recording as well, right, having my own studio. And then after that, I feel like I started to kind of find myself a little bit more in that pop more realm. And that's when I put out that 2020 project of covers, which is super fun. And now I feel like I'm figuring out the balance of the two that feel like me, because if I'm fully honest, like if I ever had to do it just a singing show, I think I'd be kind of sad because I love playing the cello. But if I had to do literally like a cello orchestral concert, I would be equally sad. And it doesn't interest me, not at all. So finding the space in between that melds the two worlds in a way that feels like me is where I feel like I'm landing on this next project. So that's what I care about. And when it comes out, when it gets released, only God knows. I'll say that. But I like the combination of the two because it's so funny. Like I like cello boxing, but this is really weird to say. It's not the thing that makes me the most excited about my artistry. It's, I think, the thing that people knew me for because of innovative, but it's not the thing that I think, like when I think about my heart's work, it's not that. So that's why I'm excited for this new iteration that I can't wait to show you when it's ready. Yeah. All right. Let's see. But I got 42 minutes. Okay. Got 8 more minutes on this treadmill, and then I'm done. Ask me anything you like. Oh, whoa! All these questions came. New plans for this year. You know what? I'm going to repurpose that, if you don't mind me. And I want to actually ask ask you all a question. Do you have a word that sets the tone for your year? For me, I've asked for a word from the Lord since 2018, and the word that I feel like God gives, it has always come true. 2019 was foundation. 2020, funny enough, the word was initiation, and I couldn't believe the idea of initiating during a pandemic, but the way things happened, I understand exactly what the Lord was doing. 2021 was elevation, where I realized that the Lord wanted me to elevate my mindset, and I started working. I got high performance coaching that year. It was unbelievable. It changed my life. It changed the way I show up as an individual. 2022 was committed, realizing that there are certain things that I was just having to stay committed to the process, even though I didn't feel like I was having any fruit. But it was just about staying committed. 2023 was breakthrough. I had a breakthrough in so many areas of my life, from my health and wellness journey to the way I perform on stage, especially having had done Kevin's Fifth from 2022, and that moving into 2023, I had a breakthrough in terms of how I want to interact with audiences, to my own writing as a musician. Oh my gosh, I finally feel like I understood, once again, the sound that I'm going for, but also the kind of people I want to relay the sound to. Just so many breakthroughs. And so the word that I believe I was given for this year was momentum. To start to accelerate in the areas I had breakthrough. Because now I know what needs to happen to allow certain, I guess, wins or successes in certain areas of my life to happen. And so I'm just focused on the momentum of this year and of the goals and plans that I believe are crafted for me to do. So I'm excited. What are your words? I got invincible. I've got movement. Any more words you guys have for this year? Let me know. Any more questions? Let's see. Have you tried Indian food? Yes. Yo, that stuff is fire. Uh-oh. I'm adding it again. Indian food is this. Pew, 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 fire. So good. This is my thing. I love food with spices. It's my Afro-Caribbean. Like, it's the way I was cultivated as a child to eat these types of foods. So it just felt so natural eating Indian food. I remember actually going to, when we were in London, the best Indian food in a Western space, sorry, tried to call me. And so I'm gonna call her back after I'm done. But yes, that. And also, I love authentic Chinese food. I'm gonna say this in Chinese. 我最喜欢的中国菜是麻辣香锅. So my favorite type of Chinese food is a type of hot pot But mala, ma. So it's a hot pot that numbs your tongue, and la, spicy. It is so good. Be prepared for your mouth to die. But yo, it is so good. Like, let me tell you, unbelievable. Let's see. Oh, this question. Have I seen The Chosen? I binge watched that thing. So good. Yo, let me tell you. I think it was it this Christmas? Was it this New Year's? No. I think it was Christmas 2022 when I think they were doing certain episodes in the theaters, which I know they're doing right now. I went to the theaters, bawling the whole time. If any of you all don't know what The Chosen is, it's an amazing show. Is it on Netflix? I don't know. I have The Chosen app, so. But it's an amazing show about the life of Jesus and his disciples. But like, say this with love and respect. Like, forget Christianity. If you're not a Christian, it doesn't matter. It's not really even about like Christianity. The show as a TV show is good. Like, Jesus is cracking jokes. And I'm like, what? Jesus cracking, like, joking? Yo, that's fire. So yeah, that's how I feel about The Chosen. The Chosen's so dope. Oh my gosh. Okay. One more question. And then, you know what? How about this? I'm going to leave you all with a question. What's the number one thing in 2024 that means the most to you, in the sense that if you accomplish this one thing, you know that your heart would be full, your joy would be magnified, and that it moves the needle in every other part of your life? What's the number one goal that you feel like does that for you in 2024? Maybe it's a personal goal, maybe you're trying to lose weight, maybe you're trying to get muscle, maybe you have a personal project outside of work because your work is not fulfilling you, but you have this passion project that, you know, every single part of the time you do it. And you know what, it's so funny, even about that. A friend of mine told me once, you've got to fill your cup first so that everybody else gets your overflow. So that's why I think, and I say this for even all of my bandmates, I think we focus on our personal projects a lot more because we realize that the joy that we have from that allows us to feel the overflow, that the band is getting the overflow of our joy when we come into it because we focus on it. So those personal projects we all have is really, really important. Like, don't leave it to the side because you don't have time. That actually might be the thing that gives you the momentum into the other projects, into the other life hacks, the other deeply joyous things that give you life. So I'd say focus on those things as well. They're really, really important. All right, I got to go. Look at this. Let me see, really. Can you see this? 890 calories. Bruh, I have been on it. 52 minutes. Yes, I'm the beast. What's going on? I'm out of here. Love y'all. Stay good, stay sane. And we'll see you on another IG Live.